call me from out at the ranch to come up, but we appreciate all the work and support that you guys have done for us. And we have a little slideshow that has some stuff that has happened this past year at the museum. And over there on the tables, when you're done, if you want to take a look at some of that, those are things that we've just recently received over the last 2 months or so. We've got the Boyce Family Bible, the Boyces that manage the XIT ranch for 18 years. We've got their family Bible from 1874. Has their family history written down in there to the 1600s. Last Friday we got the sash for the first XIT rodeo queen. And you can see there, it wasn't very fancy. They actually hand wrote XIT rodeo on there. And a diary from 1889 from one of the Finches. And in the corner there we've got a collection of photographs and document slides that we got from Flossie Rhodes. You know, Flossie Rhodes had the Rita Blanca studio for a long time, and she documented a lot of XIT rodeo reunions in the 30s and 40s. And one of her nieces called from Guymon, Oklahoma, and said, "We've got some of her stuff, are you interested?" So I went up there and picked it up. And we haven't cataloged it yet, but it's already been used. Somebody was in the other day looking for photos on the construction of the dam. And in there is a scrapbook with 2 or 3 pages when she went down there when they were actually earth moving and working on the dam. And in there is a photograph of her father, who's been, I don't know if it's Schroeder or Schrader. He had owned the 101 ranch at one time, and there's a picture of he and some other guys around 1901 sitting on their horses in front of the 101 ranch. And next to it, we have a photo album from another collection that we received maybe 30 years ago from another person. And in there is a picture of that same house at the 101 ranch, a different angle. And if you know the history of that, if you know Kenneth Stanley, that's where his house is, where Kenneth Stanley lives. And what's neat are we've got 2 different items from collections 30 years apart, and we get these cataloged right. If somebody's doing some history on the 101 ranch, we'll be able to pull up images from different collections. And it's the same house from different views, and if you go down there today, you can still see the house is gone. Kenneth said they tore it down in the 40s, but there was a little cut going up because the road went through the canyon then, and there was a little cut going up to the top. And that cut is eroded pretty much, most of it, but there's still some of it there, and there's some boulders in the same spots. And you can see the old dipping vat from the 101 made out of concrete, part of it sticking out of the ground. So there's a lot of interesting things in these collections that we're finding. It's not just a collection of Flossie Rhodes, but a lot of other stuff. And for instance, that photo album that has the picture that we got 30 years ago, there's a picture taken at the Coon Ranch, which is out where I lived, in 1914 for 4th of July party. Everybody's out there with automobiles and wagons enjoying this 4th of July party, and then that's the